Coming next on Adventurer, a U.S. gymnast whose painful vault on an injured leg will always be etched upon our collective consciousnesses. Don't go away. Clash, James Clash. This is Adventurer, the show with guests who truly push their lives to the limits. No talking heads, just the real deals. I'm Jim Clash. By vaulting last at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, the U.S. women's gymnastic gold was in the hands of Kerri Strug, but she had badly injured her leg on the previous vault, and there was doubt as to whether she could continue. She gritted her teeth and did the vault anyway, wincing upon landing, then quickly hopping onto one leg. But her score of 9.712 secured the gold for the U.S. team. We all remember her triumphant photo on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Welcome, Kerri. It's a real honor.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We all remember that photo in the Olympics in '96 where you went and you did your vault on that very injured leg. Tell me about what you remember, the pain, the mental preparation. What was the most difficult thing at that point?
Well, what a lot of people don't realize is I was very well known in the gymnastics community for being extremely talented, but not being able to put things together when it counted most. So that vault has a lot of personal significance for me because when the whole world was watching at the biggest competition of my life in Atlanta at the Olympic Games, I finally was able to put my mind to the test and complete that vault successfully on an injured ankle. As an athlete, you're used to having a lot of injuries, but this was 2 torn ligaments, so it was a pretty big deal. But my teammates had done their part. It was a team competition. I was the last to go. We thought, we needed a successful vault in order to win the gold medal. And so it's not just weeks or years in a gym. I had spent, over a decade as had my teammates and their parents and our coaches, and so a lot's on the line. I definitely had the butterflies rolling around, and I looked to my coach, Bella Caroli, for those encouraging words. You can do it. You can do it. And I thought, I can do this, and I will do this. And fortunately, all those long days in the gym where I had to do vault after vault after vault, it was like automatic pilot. My muscles just knew what to do.
And of course, we know that because of that injury, you weren't able to compete in the individual, which you had qualified for. So your gold medal, which it's fascinating, you brought it in. I'm so excited just to be touching it. But this is for the team. Do you have any? Do you ever have any regrets? I mean, clearly you couldn't have competed, but do you ever think, "Wow, I wish I had won an individual medal"?
Of course, I actually competed in the 1992 Olympics, and really, what made me want Atlanta so much was I didn't achieve all my personal goals in the individual and event finals.
You got a bronze in '92, right?
That's correct, in the team competition.
Yeah.
But gymnastics is an individual sport, and I wanted to win some individual medals. But I think for me, the vault was a blessing in disguise. With that vault, I've served as a role model. I think I've shown that young women are extremely tough and we can persevere just like those football and basketball players you see performing with injuries. And, it showed little girls, don't give up, you never know. And, even today, I think that's how a lot of people identify with me. And I like to be known for the girl who didn't give up. It's an important message.
Well, speaking about not giving up, I know you're going to run in the ING New York Marathon this year.
Yes.
And you've run a couple of marathons, but I know you have a goal. Tell us what your goal is this year.
All right, well, I have run 4 marathons just for fun, but this year I'm so excited. I hear the ING New York City Marathon is like no other. Everybody comes out and cheers, and I'm actually running for ING's Run for Something Better, so not just for myself, which
hence the shirt.
Yes.
I run for something better.
I mean, and is this orange cool or what? Nobody's going to miss me. But even more than the shirt, everybody can get involved. I know not everybody's going to run the 26.2 miles with me, but you can log on to orangelaces.com/NYC and purchase these awesome orange laces. If you donate more than $10, you'll get these. And it's for a great cause. It's for young people to get moving, motivated. We're encouraging them to run.
Now, but you have a personal goal in terms of time. What is that?
Yeah, but we're not supposed to share all this because
No,
if I don't meet expectations. My real goal is just to be under 4 hours. Ideally, 3 hours, 50 minutes would be great for me. I have very short legs, so everybody needs to keep that in mind. That's a good time for somebody under 5 feet. But I'm just excited to be training for this. The process is a lot to me in terms of challenging myself and having to go back to being disciplined. I do have a full-time job. I travel a lot for other engagements. And so to commit myself and show others that I'm practicing what I'm preaching, I go into a lot of schools. I talk about setting goals, small and big, and eating well, and getting proper sleep, and managing your time, and now I'm actually having to do it because I'm training for this marathon.
Well, and in your real life, you work with underprivileged kids, is that what you do?
Yes, that's right. I work in the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. It's part of the Justice Department, and I audit programs that receive federal funding. So being a part of ING's Run for Something Better has a lot of personal meaning to me. I'm passionate about our youth, and I really am trying to make a difference for them, whether it be in my day job or with ING, and getting them active and excited about setting goals and chasing a dream.
Do you have any kids?
Not yet, but I'm going to one day.
You want to have kids?
Of course I want to have kids. I think, that's the best job you can have.
For more adventure, click on Forbes.com/ToTheLimits or pick up a copy of my book, To the Limits. And thanks for watching the Forbes.com Video Network. Clash, James Clash.